Hello, and this is going to be the showcase of Middle-aged Nion, the Dungeons of the Warlocks. This mod nation is based on the dungeon faction from Heroes of Might and Magic 3. It's, as far as I know, the favorite faction of many players. And this nation was well received, sometimes even considered overpowered, so it was somewhat nerfed. But let's see. First, let's take a look at our starting site. It produces all elemental gems and nature gems. And now let's take a look at the units. By the way, this nation I think has a forced cave start. First we have the troglodyte drone. It is blind and it is a slave. It has higher HP and strength values than normal humans. It has some natural protection. See, I based the sprite on the Atlantean, I think. And it has a poison-tipped spear with some... it's strong poison, not weak. That's cool. But they are slaves and they are cheap. We have the Harpy. Basically, I think this is identical to the Pangea Harpy. 2 weak claw attacks, but flying and stealthy. Maybe there's a difference that these harpies have dark vision. Troglodyte soldier. Still no armor, still slave, but they have shields. So that makes them much more able to survive. Then we have the gazer. It's just an eyeball with some tentacles. I guess this is a larval form of the beholder. It is size 2, only 7 hit points, no strength, some magic resistance, their magic being floating and dark vision. They only have one eye, am I correct? Where do I check the eyes? I'm pretty sure they're in the size department. Okay, first they have a melee attack, which is electric tentacles, armor piercing and has a shock. And they have the eye beams, armor piercing magic attack that has 12 ammunition. So this is pretty good, I must say, but they are relatively expensive. I guess not that much, but they are fine. They were fine-tuned to be decent. Then we have the Minotaur. I think that's identical to the Pangean Minotaur, but with dark vision and no berserk. And they have different horns, I think. I drew them. Oh, also, they do not trample. Yes. Then we have the Medusa. Size 3, 20 hit points, 12 strength, attack 11, defense 12, precision 12, magic resistance 12, good stats, 26 gold, sacred, magic being, cold-blooded, dark vision. They have a linen cuirass with some meager protection value, short sword, Medusa hair, 3 attacks, 3 very weak attacks, and with some paralyzing poison. And Medusa bow, a bow that also has a paralyzing poison. on damage. That's pretty cool. Then we have the Minotaur Guard, who are Minotaurs but with better armor, with bronze caps and bodyguard ability. I think these are the only resource-intensive units this nation has. Some good stats. And we have the Mini-Cores, who are manticores without wings. They are sacred, poison resistant, they are animals, and have dark vision. They have good stats. They have 3 attacks, Claw, Bite and Stinger with Death Poison. They were nerfed, they used to be much better, but they are still worth it even when they cost 50 gold. And the sprite is ripped from Might and Magic 7 that actually doesn't have this unit anywhere, except for the arena. It is in the resources, but I guess the developers just forgot to place it. So you can only encounter the mini-cores and manticores in the arena. But who cares? Okay, commanders. We have the Floating Eye, which is just a floating eye. It has a headbutt, I guess. That should have been an eye butt. And the eye beam. Magic beam, floating, stealthy, dark vision. Barely any stats at all. That's funny. A troglodyte queen, who has no weapons but has venomous claws. And she's your basic commander. Then we have the Minotaur battle leader, who is a more advanced commander, but still he's just a Minotaur. Then we have the Minotaur Taskmaster with a whip, who is good at leading troglodytes who are slaves. Then we have the Harpy Witch. They are stealthy flying mages with Death 1 and sometimes Death 2. And this nation has some unique spells that were shifted into the Death Path just to allow Harpies to cast them. Then we have the Harpy Hag, who is a stronger Harpy mage, Astral 1, Nature 1, with some possible extra paths. You'll see what they are able to cast when we get to spells. Then we have the Beholder. Electric Tentacles, High Beam, Magic Beam, Floating, Dark Vision, Astral 2, sometimes Death 1. Yes, they are your Mind Blasters or something like that. Then we have 3 Warlocks. Then we have the Fire Warlock, who is a human, partially adapted to darkness, with Fire 2 and sometimes Astral or Death 1. Water Warlock, same thing, but Water 2, sometimes Fire and Earth 1. And Air Warlock, Air 2 and sometimes Water or Astral 1. They are based on the Warlocks from Might and Magic 7. Very annoying. But they are your basic mages. Then we have the Evil Eye. Oh, Unsurroundable. I forgot about this command. They're your beholders, but with more magic, not death, but fire or air. And they have more eyes, so they are unsurroundable. They have 6 eyes. Yeah. And this is a sprite ripped from Might and Magic 7. It doesn't look that good. And we have the Minotaur Mage, who has Earth 2, and sometimes Fire, Earth, or Death. And he is an adept researcher. Then we have Medusa Enchantress. She can hypnotize. Astral 1, Nature 2, Holy 1, and sometimes Elemental Paths. Sacred, Magic Beam, Cold-Blooded, Supply Bonus, Dark Vision. And our cap only Mage, Medusa Queen. She can hypnotize as well. Astral 2, Nature 3. Again, we'll have some national spells for this pass. And sometimes 2 levels in one of the elemental paths. Well, not sometimes, always. They have Animal Awe and Poison Resistance in addition to everything else. They are good. As you can see, this nation has a very good magic diversity. They get access to everything but blood, I think. And let's take a look at our national pretenders. Empress Medusa. She starts with 1d6 Medusas. I guess the proper plural form is Medusae. She's size 4, 60 hit points, strength 16 only. Well, she's not a combat mage, I guess, not a combat pretender. She has Inspirational, Animal Awe, Astral 1, Nature 2, and basically she is the Medusa Queen elevated to the pretender status. She is slightly bigger and has a retinue. And we have the Minotaur King, who has 1d6 Minotaur Guards at the start of each battle. He has Fire 1, Earth 2, and Inspirational. Well, and they have Starting Dominion 3. I guess that's okay. Harpy Queen. She is big. She has 2d6 harpies at her side at the start of each battle. Air 1, Nature 2, Flying, Stealthy, Wasteland Survival, Mountain Survival, Dark Vision, and she can summon harpies. See, this is not a harpy from Nion. It's the one that... she's a harpy from Deja or Darkmoor, you know, which are mountains and wastelands. That's why she has these survivals. Okay, what's next? We have the Black Dragon first. Has a Fire Breath. This is just, I guess, a dragon variant with higher magic resistance than normal, 22, because you know that's the Black Dragon. You know all the meme strategies in Heroes of Might and Magic 3. They cannot shapeshift though. And we have the Dark Dragon, who has Dark Power, does not have extra magic resistance, and has Fire and Death paths. And that's all. Let's take a look at everything else. And by that I mean national spells. First, Conjuration. Conjuration 2, Fire 2, 6 Fire Gems. We have Summon Infernal Troglodytes. 5+. We'll take a look at them later. Then Conjuration 4, at 3 Nature, for 6 Nature Gems we have Summon Cave Manticores. They are sacred. 2+. Conjuration 5, Nature 3, Holy 2, for 8 gems we have Sacred Scorpicors. Now what's next? Nothing in blood. I guess everything is in Thaumaturgy. Okay. First we have Curse of Cowardice. So it's an area of effect. Frighten. Curse of Decay. Again, this is for Harpies. Again, this is an area of effect spell. Curse of Petrification. This is for your Medusas. Curse of Blindness. Again for Harpies. Curse of Darkness. Yes, this is Darkness. And that's all the spells we have. Now let's take a look at our summons and heroes. We don't have many of them. First, we have the Infernal Troglodytes, who have fire resistance, hit auras, and that's it. They have better stats, better protection. Not much else to say. Then we have the Cave Manticore, who is your Minicore, but with flying. And I think slightly better stats. And the Scorpicore, who has paralyzing poison on the Stinger, who can flick barbs like normal Manticores in Dominions. And they can fly too, and they have better stats than Cave Manticores. Heroes, we have Mentor Headsman, who is Gunner. Yes, patrol bonus, great leadership, a retinue of guards, and inspirational. Nothing special, not even a mage. You have Queen Medusa, who is a multi-hero. Nature 3, Holy 2, so she can summon Scorpicores. 3 levels in one random elemental path. Sacred Animal Awe and everything else. They have snake stuff. That's good. They can also spit poison. They are very good. Then we have Mutare or Mutair. I do not remember how to pronounce her name. She was very important in the Heroes of Might and Magic 3 storyline. I think in the Heroes Chronicles. She can shape change into a dragon, fire 4, earth 2, and this her second form. Here and flying and good stats. So that's all we've got here. Thank you for watching and see you next time. What nation do we have next time after Nion? Krillod, yes, the stronghold. Okay, see you then.